Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Deep Rock Galactic. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Today we're doing the Deep Dive, codenamed Absolute Clearance. Before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. Stage 1 of the Deep Dive has you collecting alien eggs, killing dreadnoughts in rich atmosphere with lethal enemies. So the alien eggs are just in that organic mess on the sides of the level, and just dig them out. Now each one that you dig out does have a chance of causing a swarm. For some reason they don't like you taking their eggs. The dreadnoughts are the bosses of DRG, and rich atmosphere has you and the bugs both moving faster, and you sound a little different as well as a side gag. And then lethal enemies means that all the melees of the bugs do more damage than usual. So don't get meleeed. You can run really fast, but so can they. You're gonna end up with swarms of enemies to have to deal with, and then of course you have to deal with this dreadnought, which is also going to be able to run you down very quickly. So dreadnoughts have phases that you have to deal with. So there's invulnerable and shielded, and then of course damage phase, and then back to invulnerable, and just go back and forth, evading the damage as you go until you take them down. So just rinse and repeat the cycles until you can take them out. Call in resupplies when you can, when you need it, either for ammo and or for health, since restocking will also give you some health. Now in order to do that, you will need to mine nitra on the level. It will require 80 nitra for each resupply pod that you get. So it's best to get as much nitra as possible. Now once you're done getting the eggs and taking out the dreadnought, you can get out. And I recommend you do that quickly so another wave of enemies doesn't come at you. And then you have to deal with the exit wave of enemies plus the normal, or I should say the wave of enemies, swarm of enemies that will come at you on regular intervals, in addition to the ones that may or may not come when you grab an egg. Now in addition to the nitra, you're also going to want to keep your eyes open for gold, as that will increase the number of credits that you have at the end of the level. So once you're done with all the stages of the deep dive, then you'll get that gold converted into credits. Nitra is only good while you're in the deep dive itself, but that carries over from one stage to the next, so you don't have to use everything in each stage in terms of nitra. Alright, and that's it for stage 1. Nice and easy. Play to the objectives, and you'll be able to get out and on to the next stage very quickly. Alright, so stage 2 of the deep dive has you tracking down more alien eggs. Now this time, the alien eggs are the secondary objective. The primary objective is extracting morkite. So while you're looking for gold and nitra, you're also going to be looking for morkite on the side of the level as well. So continue getting the gold and nitra. Now this one does have rival presence, which means that you're going to have shredders and patrol bots as well as turrets. So look for that turret controller and take it out as quickly as possible, so you don't have to worry about at least the turrets. You'll still have to worry about patrol bots and shredders popping up from time to time. Take those guys out when they pop up and continue on with your objectives. Get that morkite and get those alien eggs. Once again, every time you grab an alien egg, it can cause a swarm, and at least one of them is likely to cause a swarm. So there you go. Now the alien eggs are on the train scanner, so you can look on the train scanner and try and find them. The Morkite is not. You'll have to use your eyes and your teammates' eyes in order to do this. Now this is a good time to point out that you can do the deep dive with up to 3 other people if you want, or you can go it alone, just yourself and your buddy Bosco. So it's really up to you what you want to do. Having more people in there, that gives you another set of hands, another set of eyes, so you can be looking for Morkite that you may not otherwise see, and of course you have help getting to places you wouldn't be able to get, or getting through the missions a little bit more quickly than normal. So once you have the alien eggs and once you have the Morkite, then you're ready to get out, and once again you'll want to get out relatively quickly because of the rival presence. You are going to have those bots coming after you time and again, so you'll want to go ahead and move along quickly. And if you have a driller, you can make just a straight line from wherever you call the drop pod in to wherever the drop pod drops, and make it very quick, almost a straight line approach, depending on the positioning of the different areas and the different tunnels. So you might have one tunnel going from point A to point B, or you may have one tunnel going to one drilled tunnel going to one natural tunnel, and then back to more drilled tunnels. Or once you get close enough, then you can make your own way out. Now either way, if you get there before the mule gets there, then you'll have to defend the area until you're able to get out, or you can follow the mule back, and for the most part it's not too bad. You can follow the mule, and unless there is a tube like where you called a resupply pod, it may sometimes go through one of those, which will make it more difficult to follow. So if you're a driller, or if you have a driller on your team, it'll be a lot easier in any case. Alright, and then get to the drop pod. Wait for the mule to dock so you can get out. Now it's always best to get out of a level with everyone that is on your team. That'll maximize your score at the end of the deep dive. So if someone does go down, make sure that you bring them up, get them on that drop pod so that they can make it out with you. As I say, no dwarf left behind. Now if you're a scout, you've got the grapple hook, so it's relatively easy for you to get from point A to point B without any problems. And that's it for stage 2 of the deep dive. Look at you, already done with 2/3 of the deep dive for the week. Now the reason, of course, to do the deep dive, aside from the experience and credits, is the matrix cores that you get at the end of each stage. If you fail one stage, whether it's stage 1, 2, or 3, then if everyone goes down or you fail some part of it, then you'll have to go back and start over from stage 1. You won't get the rewards from the stages that you've already completed, but you'll have to go through them in order to get to the end. Alright, stage 3 of the deep dive has no modifiers, but just as well because you won't need them because you're extracting morkite as a secondary and refining liquid morkite as a primary. So you'll have to find the smoke and fire from the liquid morkite, call in the pump jack. Once you call in the pump jack, then you have to connect it up to the rig. There's no mule on the stage. And then build the pipeline. Now, finding the morkite and getting to the morkite may be more difficult since normally this stage is just one big room, or tends to be one big room. So it might be up higher. So if you do not have a either Bosco or a engineer and a scout, it might be more difficult for you. Now once you get all the morkite and everything hooked up, you're ready to start siphoning off that liquid morkite into the rig. Now this may be the most harrowing part of this stage, as you will get continuous waves of enemies, and then of course there'll be leaks in the pipe, and then you'll have to go, everything will stop, the percentage will stop, and you'll have to find the leaks, repair the leaks, and once all the leaks are repaired, it'll start pumping once again. So just because you have one done doesn't mean it'll keep going if you have another. If you know which number is which I never do, if you don't, then just look for the red flashing lights on the pipe, and that'll tell you that that one needs to be repaired somewhere. But otherwise, you're just trying to stay alive and wait for that percentage to get up to 100. Once you're done, launch the rocket up. You'll have to wait maybe 30 seconds before the drop pod shows up. But that's it. Make your way to the drop pod and get out, and you're done with the deep dive. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
The rocket is returning to orbit. We're sending in the drop pod to get you out. Hang tight.
You snooze, you lose.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Leave no dwarf behind. Light! Resupply ordered!
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
I ordered a resupply!
Roger that. Supplies are coming.
Now. The resupply is here. I'm not scared of you! Ready to shoot. Resupply arrived. Go restock.
Hurry up! Drop pod isn't hanging around forever! Explosives, blinds!
Good work. We're pulling you back in.
Incoming hell! Rock on!
Deep dive on the